Hello readers, and welcome to Shelf Help. I feel the need to start this review with a warning. The setting for this story is the USSR pre-World War I. One of the main characters is Jewish and works as a moneylender. It is historically accurate in that in this time period there were anti-Semitic economic restrictions on the occupations people of Jewish descent could hold. But it does get used as a slur by other characters. I won't mention this further in this review, but I wanted to be upfront about it. This is not going to be a book for everyone. As you might have guessed from the title and cover, this is a Rumpelstiltskin retelling, with a hint of Rapunzel and Baba Yaga. Miriam takes the place of the miller's daughter and is the person the opening warning is about. Her father is a moneylender, and he is bad at his job. He is a kind, gentle man who is happy to loan people money, but really too much of a softie to collect it. With her home falling apart and her mother deathly ill, Miriam takes it upon herself to take over the family business. And she's very good at it. Honestly, good on her. People in this town are awful. She sets up payment plans and lets people pay in goods and services. Before long, they go from impoverished to doing okay. And then hubris. On the ride home from her grandparents' house, after getting her first gold coins in the vault, she brags to herself that she can turn silver into gold. Which is fair. Pulling your family out of abject poverty is no small feat. She deserves a little self-congratulations. Unfortunately, she didn't where the Stark can hear. The Stark, as far as I can tell, are a creation of Novik. They're functionally winter-themed fae. The old-school kind, not the sexy kind. If you see one, they will probably kill you. If you give them aid, they might still kill you. If you make a deal with them, it will be stacked in their favor. Everything in the woods that is pure white, plant or animal, belongs to them. Touch it, and they will kill you. You get the picture. Their road, a ribbon of silver white, runs through the forest near the village. It's never in the same place, but no one sees it move. But one thing the Stark love more than anything else is gold. All gold must be kept in vaults behind thick walls, or the Starks will take it. And they'll kill you, just because they can. So when Miriam brags to herself, she's overheard by the Stark King, and he takes her up on her offer. He gives her a pouch of silver and demands gold in return. Of course, Miriam can't magically turn silver into gold, but she has a cousin who's a jeweler, and a local noble who will buy the very special silver ring. And as the fairy tale goes, passing the test means doing it again. This time with more. In his own act of hubris, the Stark King declares if she turns a chest of silver into gold, she will be his queen. If not, she will die. She does. He keeps his promise. This makes neither of them happy. And then we have Irina, our Rapunzel. With her super long hair, she lives in a tower. Not trapped by a witch, but largely unwelcome in her own home. Not pretty enough to marry off for money or allies, she has resigned herself to spinsterhood, or whatever her father chooses to do with her. But her father is the noble who buys Miriam's Stark silver, the ring, the necklace, and the crown. The magic silver draws the eye, and makes her irresistible. And soon she is wed to a cruel czar, who wants to feed her to his demon in return for power. The silver and her own small amount of Stark blood allows her to enter Stark lands through any reflective surface. Here the two girls meet and form a plan to solve their problems. One of the hard parts about being a reviewer is knowing your own bias. I love reimagined fairy tales. Taking an old, well-known story and giving it a new twist is just fascinating to me in what it says about humanity. Something I don't like is misery. Not that characters can't be sad or struggle, but when a story lacks levity, when it's one bad thing after another, it gives me depression. Life is hard enough without reading sad books. This story is well written. It is an interesting take on both Rumpelstiltskin and Rapunzel, taking the victims of Grimm's stories and giving them agency. In a world where gender, religion, and social class press them down, demanding they be small, Miriam and Irina use their wit to rise above, and eventually get there happily ever after. However, the things with Grimm's tales is that they're short, a few pages each. Stretch that out into a 460-page book, and it kinda becomes a slog. At least for me. I'm gonna put this on my third shelf. As I said, it isn't a bad book, though it can be uncomfortable. It's well written, with interesting characters and an imaginative world. But it's certainly not a book for me. Spinning Silver is definitely in the spirit of Brothers Grimm. But Grimm's tales were bedtime stories, used to traumatize children into good behavior. And while there is a happily ever after, eventually, this one's just not my vibe. But maybe it's yours. Thank you for your time, and let me know how I can improve your shelf.